Hi, today's reading is going to be Are They Jealous? In a way as are they jealous of you in a relationship terms rather than that are they jealous of some fab dress you've got or I don't know, your job or something. Well, we'll see. It might be different, but that's my intention. So are they jealous of you in terms of a love relationship? So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. So choose your pile and we'll get started. Okay. Pile number 1. Are they jealous of you? Or have you made them jealous in some way? Have they felt that horrendous green-eyed monster feeling with regards to you? I have shuffled. I'm just going to shuffle again quickly. Are they jealous of you? Are they jealous of you? Somebody's going to come upside down, but I will turn them around. I don't read upside down, so. Okay, I would say not in the obsessive, overbearing way of jealousy, but there might be something where it's slightly snipey jealous of something. So not in the way that I'm not going to say too much because the next spread will explain this, but I will just keep it as, I would say at the moment, not overbearingly jealous feelings, but just a little niggling something that annoys them. So let's see what makes them jealous. What instigates that niggly feeling of jealousy in them? Okay. Right, if you aren't together, they've seen you with somebody else. There's two ways that can go. If you're with somebody else, they know that, and that makes them jealous. It's straightforward, a little bit bigger than niggly feeling jealous. It makes them feel defensive, and although they're trying to work on the relationship or get over the feelings of being slightly niggly jealous, they are having to work on it. They are trying to put on a face where they are trying to appear. You could be friends where they're trying to appear as if it doesn't matter. It's fine now. Everything's fine. We can just be friends, but it's not fine. They are jealous of you either in the relationship that you're in. If you're not in a relationship, it will be you make them jealous when you are out partying with your friends, when you're having fun, when you're laughing, when you're joking, when you're with a group of people in a bigger situation. They feel left out. It makes them feel quite as if they could give you a snappy remark. It's not the sort of jealousy where they go off and they rumble for ages when you go home and you're overthinking it and it turns into something big. It's like, I'm going to make a snappy remark to make myself feel a bit better. That sort of jealousy. They're trying to work on it. It's not working, but they're trying to work on it. They're trying to get over that feeling of, oh look, there they are with their buddies having lots of fun. I hope he or she likes me, or oh, there they are with their wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. I wish it were me. And they feel it, but they're not going to make a huge fuss about it. They're trying really hard to work on it. So let's get a little bit more information on how it does actually make them feel. Just a little bit more information on this bit here. Okay, it's more a case of they feel that they have got a deep connection with you. They feel as if you two are meant to be together, and that sort of stilts their communication with you. They want to move forward. They're trying to be quite mature about it, but they think that this connection is real, and they see you with your buddies or with your other partner, and they want to communicate with you, and it stops the flow. It stops them being who they want to be and actually talking to you and confessing or moving forward with you. And not moving forward with you in a relationship, but more moving forward with your communication and being honest with each other. Okay, they're trying to pretend that they're really caring and loving when actually they just want to be with you, and they don't really, they probably are caring and loving. They probably have these feelings towards you, but they're trying to concentrate on this to hide the fact that they feel niggled by the fact that they feel as if they've got something you might not. They don't know whether you feel the same. They feel as if there's some strong bond there, and they want to communicate that to you, but they don't know whether you feel the same, and they're trying really hard to keep back their sort of, I suppose, confessing their feelings in some way. They're just trying to hold back so they don't scare you away. So my advice to you would be to move forward with this. If you like them, how you could help them possibly move forward. Let's see what it says. It will sort itself out when the cards come out. A way forward. This is for you. Okay, now these are quite strong cards. So all this down here, there's no particular. This row doesn't actually mean anything in particular. It just means horizontally something. But these tend to line under each other. This is what I first said initially is the snipey feelings of feeling slightly jealous. That's basically either you having too much of a good time with your friends and them having to see it, or you being with somebody else. They want to communicate to you, but everything's still secret. So I've got a funny feeling that you probably are in a relationship with somebody else. And for you to move forward, the only way that's going to happen, probably, if the secret is revealed, or it's difficult to move forward. There's 3 in a relationship or 4 in a relationship. So somehow you've got to actually come out of that situation. If you want to move forward with this other person, it's going to be difficult to move forward unless you're honest. Because otherwise you are basically, look at these ones too. This is them trying to pretend it doesn't matter when actually it really does matter. You can't move into this. You can't move away from secrets and I suppose lies if it's a different relationship. You're just hiding things. You can't move forward unless you're more open, and it becomes a little bit more of an open relationship rather than the hidden secret feelings that you both have for each other, it seems. And it needs to be more open. It needs to be more honest, mature, straightforward for you to move on and have a serious relationship. So I got the general feeling I'm tending to move away a little bit from the fact this is you enjoying yourself, although it's very, it could be because of this secrecy card and the lovers at the end make it seem a little bit bigger. Let me sum up. Let me have a look. Sum up for you. So, are they jealous? Yes, but they're trying hard not to show it. What are they jealous about? You either with somebody else and they're being quite defensive and pretending that they're being loving and caring, but they're being quite defensive. They don't like seeing you with somebody else or knowing that you're with somebody else, even if it's your boyfriends or girlfriends and you're out enjoying yourself. If you're posting stuff on Instagram and they're seeing it, there's that slight feeling, how that could be actually, there's that slight feeling of, I don't like that, that's making me feel left out, which I suppose you have anyway. How does it make them feel? They feel as if they've got a bigger relationship than they perceive you feel, and that makes them feel inadequate. And to move it forward, there's got to be a little bit more communication. You've got to be more straightforward with each other. No more secrets if you're going to move into this relationship where it's equal. And both, you're not actually asking each other jealous. The fact that you don't want to make the other person jealous. You want to bring the best out of them, and vice versa. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps. I'm trying to move fast because I've got half an hour on my camera today, so short and sweet. Number 2. Are they jealous of you? And why? Jealous of you. This is such a good tarot deck because the pictures are so, I don't know, they just make you feel of summertime and old-fashioned summertimes like copper tone and B52s and just basically roasting in oil rather than sun lotion. But they are huge. To shuffle them, it's like shuffling plates of bamboo. And they're really hard, but I still love them. Okay. Are they jealous of you? Okay, there's a mixture here. They are definitely jealous of you because you spark something inside their head, some thoughts, and they are always watching you from afar. My initial thought is not media here, but basically if they know where you work, if they see you in work, they are watching you. Not maybe work. Basically they are just, wherever you are, whether it is on social media or if they pass your house, they are aware all the time that you are there. And they're trying to get like sneaky peeks, and this is sort of sparking off thoughts in their head that make them jealous. They're not really passionately over the top jealous. It's basically a slightly, and obsessive is even a strong word here, it's a slightly obsessive feeling of watching. Something sparks off thoughts in their head that makes them feel jealous. They might see you giving to other people. I don't mean giving gifts, but practically doing things for other people or with somebody else that sparks off this jealousy. I don't mean going out with friends or they catch a glimpse of you out with friends and you're posting it here and posting it there. It's more a case that what would make them jealous is the fact if you give your time to somebody else. If you're helping somebody and they're watching you do that, and that's what gets them. I don't know their personality. If they're quite practical, quite earthy, that's the kind of thing that they would be like, I want to do that for you. That's the part I want to play. So when they're watching and they're seeing that, especially that's what gets them. That's what gets their mind going and feeling that little bit. A little bit of jealousy isn't bad because it lets you know what you want, so that's what does it for them. That makes them probably want you more, not in a horrendously overbearing way, but more in a way, I'm just looking at these cards that just fell out then as I was saying it, more in a way that they feel like they're tied to you, and what happens is when they're watching you, they almost retreat into themselves and they wonder, thinking, they're meant to be mine. I feel that bond with them. Why? They're thinking about it. They're going away and thinking about it. So that is slightly obsessive. But I haven't got any major cards to show that sort of obsessive jealousy, which I don't think you really want that anyway. It's just, it's fun to play the little bit when you're young to see if somebody likes you. So what is it about you that makes them jealous? Apart from the fact that they don't like to see you giving to people, giving your time, because they feel either you should be giving it to them, it'll clarify that in a minute, or that they want to give to you. It depends on their nature. Excuse me. So, what makes them jealous? Okay. This has gone a little bit sort of, not darker, but this is just sort of, I think that you might already be in a relationship and this is a secret. I don't get the general feeling this is your mum and this is your dad. I get the general feeling from this one here, there's some sort of secrecy, there's something hidden, and that you are in a relationship, and that's what makes them jealous. They're the one that wants to be giving you things. They want to be doing practical things with you. And all the boring things that you get up in the morning, you do together, like a nice day today. It's not boring, but nice day, you go and have breakfast outside. That they feel as if they can't do that. And if you are actually, if they know this from talking to people, from watching you or something online, they see these pictures, that sparks them. That's what gets them a bit jealous. And I think it's not so much emotionally rumbling jealous, it's more in their head, what they would like with you, what they would like to do. And that's almost taken away from you, because somebody else is possibly there doing it already. This to me just makes me think that you're with somebody else. But if that's not the case, it's either you've got very, very close friends, male and female friends, that they are jealous of. So when they see you with them, they take the place of what I've just said about the husband and wife situation. It's the everyday things that you are doing as a group or as a threesome they can't get hold of this information. Perhaps you are quite secretive on the internet, I don't know, and they and they are having to ask other people about what's going on. And how does this make them feel? This might give some more information. How does this make them feel? I've washed my hands so much at the moment, because whenever you go anywhere, there's like anti-bac, and I feel like my hands I can't pick up cards, and they're just almost like shrinking on me. I'm going to have like little hoofs burn with this. Okay, how does this make them feel? That does make sense. How does that make them feel? They're jealous of you and they see you with other people, and I've got a funny feeling that if they are male, they want to rectify this by having this is like marriage, but it's the really strong cards. It's like marriage and a family with you. This is what they're probably thinking about. They fantasize about having a marriage and family with you, and if they're male and you're female, that you are this ultimate fantasticness where you are fun, you are beautiful, and they are married to you, and everything is just summed up in this like happy home, happy situation, huge celebration, everything is perfect. So that's how this making them jealous makes them want you more. Sadly enough, it makes them want you more. If you are the male, if you are the female who's looking at this reading, they want to be more assertive towards you, to try and get these things, to almost be part of your family if they're not already, to have that family life, to have that feeling that you are bound together, and to do the everyday things with you. Did I say that the right way around? If it's a female, I can't remember what I said anyway. If you just swap this round yourself, so if you are the male, I can't remember, for heaven's sake. The more I think about it, the more it goes potty. They basically want this with you. They want family, and they want you to be this beautiful, fantastic, the it girl, or they want to be that for you and be more assertive. That's what I was trying to say. So it doesn't really matter. You swap that around whether you're male or female, or whichever way, or if you're the same sex, whichever one is the most feisty. The Leo, the Sagittarius, the Aries. Okay. Advice on how to move forward with this. And I'll sum it all up for you. How to move forward. Okay. Right, if you're going to move forward with this, it's going to have to be practical. This person, let me go back to these cards here. It makes them jealous. They're watching and they are overthinking because they want to be practical with you. They want to do these everyday things with you. It's small little ways. It's the I don't know, just sharing times together, going out together for a meal, going to the beach. I don't know, just everyday things that people do and take for granted. They want to do those things with you, but they at the moment feel locked out because there's some sort of secret. Either you've got a group of friends that you are quite secretive about and they feel shoved out, or you are in a relationship. I tend to think it's a relationship. They want to be in this relationship with you. They want to be married. They either want you to be the Queen of Wands that is assertive and comes and gets them, unless they want to be the Queen of Wands themselves. Depends on the sex, really. And they want to be the beautiful femme fatale that comes and gets you or seduces you. Or they want you to seduce them. So to your advice on moving forward, if you want this person closer to you, you need to make practical steps towards them, to offer them something that almost gets them from here, from this wanting these slight practical things, these everyday things, to offer them something big, offer to work with them in some way. It could be like what you get paid for, it could just be helping them with something. It's probably what they want to feel closer to you, to get this family sort of feeling of this family situation. You are actually sort of contending here with a bit of a fantasy island. These two islands, these two cards to me suggest a little bit all in your head. And advice for you. Advice for you. If you're in a relationship and you're looking to see whether they're jealous of you, they might not. You might be slightly up in your head about it at the moment. It might not be the situation to make these practical steps. So I would probably, my advice to you would, yes, you can move towards them in a practical way, which they probably would really enjoy. And if they're jealous, they probably would, seriously take you on that offer, and it would make them feel really good. But I've got a funny feeling that if you're in a relationship, that whatever you offer may not be accepted, and it might just be something that you're playing with in your head at the moment because you want it to be a reality, which is fine. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just that it might not be practical to happen. I'm trying to show them. Sorry, show them here. It might be practical to happen first. You can work with them, yes, but I would keep your feelings yourself for a bit. Not because they're not feeling it, because they are jealous, but they're aware that you might be in a relationship or not ready for a relationship. And they're fantasizing about that with you, but they realise that might not be a reality. There's not much you can do about it. I've got a funny feeling there's not much you can do about it. Yes, you can work with them, but that's as far as you're going to get at the moment. Because I don't think you're in a place to move towards them in that way, or vice versa. I think it's you. Okay, well, I hope that helps. There's obviously feelings there, but they obviously feel that your time is taken up with something else, and that's what bugs them. Okay, right. Number 3. Are they jealous of you? Jealous of you. Just a slight bit would be nice. Not too much. Does that a bit creepy? Right, let's see if they're jealous of you. Oh my gosh. Yes. Out of the 3 piles I've had, this is probably the most jealous pile. Well done. Okay, they are jealous of you in the fact that they are overthinking everything, and the fact that they are almost obsessively thinking about you. They are really happy. I think you have communicated more so than the other piles, but they are thinking about you and the times that you have had together, or they are thinking about you and family. Either you have already got a family together or children together, or you have been married, or they wish that. But they are thinking about it. They're not enjoying thinking about it, put it that way. They're fighting their jealousy. And this could be a case of, if you have children, is there somebody else in the relationship that is with your child? And that's what is really chewing them up. If it's not that, it's just that general feeling of closeness and family and love, that especially if you're separated at the moment, they are feeling jealous of, because they would like to be part of it. But this, out of all the piles, this is the pile that is probably the most mentally disturbed jealous feelings, which I think it is, because it is disturbing them and it is mental. It's making them uneasy, waking in the night uneasy, obsessively thinking about it. So what is making them jealous? Okay, now I think my first thoughts are, what's making them jealous is that somebody, this could go with this card here if you have children, somebody has come into your life that you are with, and you two have had some period of time where you are working on this relationship. It might be recently that this person has left the relationship. So especially if you're female, you could have been with somebody that's churned them up, and even if this person has left, it has annoyed them, or still is annoying them. And this person may have been somebody sort of who's just slid into your life and made things nice for you, made you feel loved, and you've both been working together on this relationship. You know, it's felt good, and they might have left, things might not have worked out, but that is what has made your other person jealous. Let's get a little bit more insight on how they feel. Defensive, bossy shite. Okay, they have basically felt extremely defensive, especially if there are children involved. They have felt like somebody is on their patch, or with their lady, or with their gentleman. And this has brought out a personality trait which is one of those people who become unapproachable. When something goes wrong, even if it's their fault, they shut off and they become slightly arrogant, slightly I know best, don't come near me, which you can't, what's the word? You can't deal with something like that. I can't think of the word when you can't compromise, probably something like that. You can't compromise with this person, you can't speak to them, you can't reason with this person. They have basically walled themselves off and put themselves into a defensive higher position, as in like, don't come near me, look what you've done, and then they've shut off and basically they need time to themselves. This is hard. This situation that they've put themselves into is really, really hard to deal with. I know this is like an Aries card, but their reaction to when they feel wrong is very Pluto. It's very sort of Scorpio. It's very sort of, you've done it and I'm not going to talk to you because you don't deserve to talk to me. And they just shut off totally. They've disappeared. They're mulling over it completely, the fact they can't sleep, and they have put their walls up. So if you have been with somebody, or somebody has approached you, you don't have to actually been with them, but I feel that you have been, because it looks like you've worked together, or you might just work together, not work together in a relationship. I didn't really think of that. So it is painful for them. So my advice to you in this situation would be, because I can imagine that this person's difficult to deal with, if you do want to reason with them, okay, I've got a funny feeling that Just as I was summing this up, it ran out. So just to sum you up, really, basically, don't make any decisions. Don't do anything sly. Pile number 3. Just be open and honest, but almost in a way that you aren't really aware of what's going on, because they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They've pulled away. You might not even know this yet, but they pulled away because they are extremely churned up and jealous, because of possibly somebody that you have been with, or somebody who's making advances on you but might not be in your life at the moment. I would take it easier. I wouldn't bait the bear. Is that the right word? The term? I don't know. Poke the bear. I wouldn't poke the bear. And I would almost pretend that nothing has happened. And keep your eyes and ears open for new situations. Not saying go into a new situation, but think. Oh, you need a fresh mind to be able to get through this. So don't mull too much over what's happened, and it's almost like a fresh start. Wipe in your head, wipe the slate clean and start fresh. Don't discuss too much of what's happened in the past. Just try and move forward. And good luck. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope it helps. See you next time.